Today I'm going to talk about planning and conducting a meeting. Have you felt after attending a 1, 2, 3 hours meeting, what was that meeting about? It wasn't productive, there was a lot said, but you felt it didn't achieve a desired objectives. As senior pastors, spiritual leaders, we spend a lot of time in meetings, and God calls us to be good stewards of our time. And so conducting a meeting is very, very important. And so when considering to have a meeting, whether it's an elders meeting, an executive meeting, a staff meeting, calling a meeting with your leaders, what is the purpose of that meeting? Why are we coming together? Then it's important to set an agenda. What is the agenda of that meeting? What are we trying to achieve? Make certain that there's an agenda set. Secondly, when having a meeting and setting the agenda, is the agenda just for information sharing? Is it to get input and for people to consult and give their views? Or are you requiring a decision to be made? So there might be a certain action. We want to buy a certain piece of equipment or vehicle, and you need the executive to make a decision. So it helps you move forward. And also important to set a time when the meeting is going to start and how long it will take and the duration for that meeting. And then also part of your planning is to give a certain amount of time to each agenda item. Many times we have 5 agenda items and we spend 90% of the time on the first 2 agenda, and we don't get to the others. So you need to be disciplined and set time aside to conduct your meeting properly. Yeah, so those are very important things to consider. It's also you as chairing the meeting may make certain that you're not doing all the talking, involve and make certain that others are contributing to the meeting, and then obviously having a secretary in the meeting that's able to take notes and review it. What's also important when conducting a meeting is that review the previous actions. Many times we start off and we forget about all the actions that we spoke about in the previous meeting. So it's important again just to review the previous actions and hold people responsible for those actions. And then also keep it a little bit fun. It doesn't always have to be very serious. So build a fun element. If it's someone's birthday, it's important to pray. As spiritual leaders, so keep a healthy balance that it's not always a very serious meeting, have some fellowship afterwards. If there's someone's birthday, have some cake. And so, because we spend a lot of time in meetings, so invest well in it so that it can be very productive. I thank you so much.